Oh, no. Hi, I'm Effie and this is What Effie Reads. So I have already filmed a video where I go through and read 1-star reviews of books that I loved, and I thought it'd be fun to film a video that is the reverse. So I'm going to be reading 5-star reviews of books that I hated, and I've got a little list in front of me and we'll see what I find. As with the other video where I read 1-star reviews, I'm going to be using Storygraph. I'm just Effie on Storygraph if you want to find me. And I'm going to start with The Midnight Library, which I know is a well-loved book. So I'm interested to see what people who loved it have to say about it, because I really, really hated it. Need to find 5-star reviews because that's what's fun. 5-star, a beautiful and imaginative storytelling of all of the lives we could have lived and all of the decisions we didn't make. All of the lives that Nora Seed delves into could just as easily be the what ifs we've often asked ourselves. I love that through Nora we can easily see a reflection of ourselves, and that although we may never have the same opportunity as Nora to explore parallel lives, we can make the most of the one we live now. Oh, no. I hated that. And it's not an original concept. Why are you saying it's imaginative? It's not imaginative. We've seen it done so many times before. Live your life, but Also, you love the idea of the what if. I hate the idea of the what if. Your life is what your life is. Don't go dreaming about how your life could have otherwise ended up. Nah. Right, let's see if I can find another 5-star. Really? It had the opposite effect on me. It simply gave me 100% will to live. It's more than any long review I can ever write. No, this book put me in a depressive slump. It's interesting how books can have different impacts on people though. Isn't that interesting though? Beautifully written and beautiful ideas. One of the most unique books I've read in some time, and perhaps the best I've read in a year or two. And once I started reading, I couldn't put it down. A book that has philosophy, string theory, the multiverse, and music all woven together in a wonderful story. Brilliant. Again, it's not unique. Am I missing something? Am I reading books that other people aren't reading? This is not a unique concept. Ugh. On to a different one, I think. The Cousins by Karen M. McManus. My cat is currently jumping around the flat. Yay! Let's see what people have to say about this book, and hopefully my camera doesn't die. 5-star. Such a good book. Is it really? Could you tell me why you thought it was a good book? 5-star. I love Karen's books. She really keeps you going. Abs guessing. I had a few guesses as to what was going on, but I didn't see the end result coming at all. Kept me on my toes through the whole book. I mean, yeah, I didn't guess I don't remember guessing the ending. I can't remember. But it also didn't have any intrigue for me. I was like, I don't care what's going on, to be honest. Let's see. 5-star. Hello, this was just great. This is her best book by far. I haven't read her other books, so I don't know if it is. But if that's her best book, it doesn't say much about her other books. 5-star. Holy cow. This book is excellent. It's one of my top picks of books released this year. Absolutely loved the ending and the twist and that last page. God damn. Nah. I don't know, was the last page good? I don't remember. But I want someone to like go into depth about what they loved, and then I can be like, no. 5 stars. She did it again. I've been waiting weeks for this book, and I finally got my hands on it, and it was amazing as her 2 others. The ending reminded me of Two Can Keep a Secret. There were multiple twists I didn't see coming. Some I should have. It was overall a very good book and would highly recommend. In fact, I already have. Interesting. Also very interesting that there's not that many 5-star reviews for this. Like, I expected it to be a lot more, like, beloved, because McManus is a very popular author. So this was an absolutely amazing read. I was in a massive reading slump and this pulled me right out. It's safe to say that I am obsessed. Hooked from the very first page, I absolutely adored the characters and the plot. My first Karen M. McManus read, and I'm definitely looking forward to more. Fingers crossed for a sequel. I'm not sure how there could be a sequel, but that's the interesting concept. I'm going to move on and check out a different book now. The Vegetarian. This is one that I think I just didn't get. Like, there's content that isn't for me anyway, but I've seen a lot of people love this book and it just didn't do it for me. So let's see what people have to say about it. And remember, I'm looking for 5-star reviews, so anything lower than a 5-star is, oh, I need to tick that box at the top. Anything lower than a 5-star isn't going to do it today. Oh, I really thought this book was a lot more beloved, but I'm struggling to find. Oh, there we go. 5-star. Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique, completely not ever done before. Is it just me or does that come across as sarcastic? I have no words for this book. What did I just read? Someone told me this book is about mental illness and a woman wanting to be a tree, so I just read it and I mean, yeah, like it's a strange book. Surprisingly, this book has nothing to do with diet. It's a story of women who get killed for trying to establish their identity, harsh criticism of Korean family traditions, and high expectations that destroy lives. Beautiful and terrifying at the same time. Okay, I kind of agree with that. Like, that's kind of what I was missing, but I think I found this book to be too much of a blunt instrument and it didn't have the nuance that I liked. I'm just going to have to pause filming because I think Bee's about to get home. So I'll see you in a sec. Okay, I'm back. I don't know if I'm going to continue looking for reviews for this one. Maybe? Oh, this is like a long 5-star review. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Oh, well, they gave it 4.5. But I'm not going to read the quote. It says, I'm not sure where to start with this book. As a book and an exploration of mental health, it's beautiful and harrowing. I think the fact that I've spent time analysing this at school has also added to my appreciation of the text through conversations I've shared with my class. I could see that. I could see having someone to talk through it could actually improve your enjoyment. It says, one of the things I really enjoyed about this book was the way that the narrative style changes in each part to suit each new narrator. I also found it interesting how we rarely get glimpses into Hyun-Ki's own mind, but rather had to assume what she was thinking based on the current narrator's interpretation of her actions. Hyun-Ki herself was an interesting, although silently troubling character. Please, she just needs a hug and some serious therapy. So does In-hee. I love In-hee. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. That, for such a long review, it didn't actually give me much. Like, I do remember the narration style changing when you changed between the different narrators, but I also didn't appreciate it. I don't know. maybe it's just one of those books that I'm just not going to have the same opinion as people on. I think the next one's going to be an interesting one because it's The Lost Witch, which was just so questionable and so problematic, but people seem to absolutely love. Like, it says I gave it a 2-star, but even that's being way too generous. It's only got 35 reviews. Okay, so this is meant to be 5-star reviews, but I have to highlight this 1-star one. It says the writing is bad and the message is even worse. You will never forgive yourself. Forgive myself for what, Karen? For being manipulated, brainwashed, raped? I'm only sorry for those who read this book and thought the adults were mature and good role model. I'm sorry if you thought it was a good conclusion, a girl reunited with a family who blames her for the things she did because she thought it was good. Things she did because she was abused and left alone. Things she did when she was 13. Victim of abuse, never guilty of their condition. Yes, exactly. This is why this is a bad book. Oh dear. Am I actually gonna find anyone who likes this book? Oh, unfortunately, that is in another language. I wonder if I can I translate? Let's see. I'm interested to see if I can actually get that to translate. It's a 4-star. So it says, it's not quite the story of a witch, but rather of a teenager who also happens to be a witch. It says, maybe I'll write Greek later, maybe more. I'm going to guess it means maybe I'll write more later. Okay, so that's not much of a review. And it's only a 4-star one. And there is literally no 5-star reviews. It's weird because whenever I talk about this one on social media, people will always come at me and be like, oh, I really like this book. And I'll be like, what? Did we read the same book? Ugh, dearie me. Just, yeah, it's not ideal. Let's try Let It Snow. See if I can find anyone who loved this book. Again, it was a very problematic book, but people seem to love it. Let's see if I can find a 5-star. 5-star. It's been a solid 10 years since I've read this. The first time, obviously, but it really did hold up for me, especially to check out the movie, especially since it seems like they changed quite a bit. Interesting that someone like reread it and read it recently and it held up. Okay, that's a very like hipster braggy comment. By the way, I read this before the movie came out and I haven't even watched it yet, so I win, haha. What an odd review. This book was wonderfully written by 3 people who managed to make me cry so often I lost count. It's beautiful, romantic and thought-provoking. I loved it from start to finish. So I've had to switch over to my phone to film this last clip just to kind of finish out this video, but my camera just died, so I guess that's going to be the end of this video. I've had a lot of fun filming this and going through and trying to find positive reviews for books that I really didn't like. If you enjoyed this, please do give it a like, and I'd love to know some books that you didn't like in the comments down below, and let's chat about books that we didn't get along with. And until next time,